Welcome to Unapologetically Badass, the podcast for women over 40 who are done dimming their light. I'm your host, Renee Carbone Fleming, coach, queen, and master of the midlife glow up. Solo chats, epic guests, no filter. Let's freaking go. Hello, everyone. I am so thrilled for this next conversation. Today's guest believes that sometimes the greatest transformation doesn't come from changing your life. It comes from remembering who you've been all along.
Right.
April Kirkwood is an intuitive guide, author, and creator of the Golden Revamp, where she helps women reconnect with their intuition, heal old patterns, and embrace the next chapter with greater clarity, purpose, and joy. After appearing on the Golden Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise, April experienced what she describes as a profound awakening that shifted the course of her life. Today, she's sharing what she learned about letting go, about trusting yourself, and finding peace in the middle of reinvention. So whether you're navigating a major life transition or simply wondering what's next, I think you're really going to find a lot of wisdom in this conversation. Please help me welcome April Kirkwood.
Thank you so much. I love the Goldens. I've loved everything I've done. I've learned lots of lessons.
Yeah.
And I'm standing here to say I survived them all and I became better because of all of them. Believe it or not, tragedy really gives you an opportunity to sit back and say, why is this happening to me? And I think that's what I would say to everybody if they're going through something is you just sit back, pull back a little bit after you calm down, cry, and do whatever you have to do and go, what's the lesson here?
Right.
For me, because you're here to learn lessons, and we're here on a planet of polarity, which is dark and light. And remember, you chose to be here, so we have no excuses.
No, nothing to complain about. And that's the thing, right? We all go through shit in life, but it's what did we learn from it? Do we actually hold space to allow us to figure out what we learned from it? That's a big thing, right? And then how do we grow from it?
Right. Sadness has a lot to share. I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever sat and had, people say you're not doing anything. We live in a climate that everybody has to be moving. Some of the deepest work I've done was when I stayed home and I just was sitting with my pain and letting it come out, because whatever goes in must come out,
Yeah.
and sitting with my disappointment, things that maybe I did to myself, finding out, did I do it? How was I? Wait, what was I part of this story? Because
Yeah.
it's a story of this lifetime. This is a chapter of your existence, and you are the director, and you are all the pieces of it, and you are the star. So
Right.
whatever's happening, and that when you can really get that, you really aren't mad at anybody.
Yeah.
Because like people say, I hate him and he did this. Whoa. You
Yeah.
invited him in.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody, most situations, it was a mutual
Mhm.
connection.
Mhm.
And so and also, just because something ends doesn't mean it was wrong. Either you learn the lesson in that relationship, or one or both of you decided the lesson was not going to be learned here,
Mhm.
and I need to go on and move on to the next lesson, or another person that will come in doing his duty or her duty and say, I'll help you out, kid.
Right. Right. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
going to break your heart, but I'm going to help you
I mean,
out.
exactly. Well, but when you're in it, it's really hard to
Oh, it's
see that.
devastating.
Yeah.
You don't have one. I call it the dark night of the soul, like Alice
Mhm.
in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The key doesn't fit. I'm too
Yeah.
big. I'm too
Yeah.
small. I'm trying to fit in. First of all, that's wrong. Trying to do all those things, which we all do, especially as women.
Mhm.
And then we get to the bottom, and what does she say? If you remember, is this is my dream. I've had control all along,
Yeah.
and now what? Okay, now I have to take responsibility, and now I'm the one who has to change it. And then you change it, and then another thing happens, and you
Mhm.
wallow down because we think we have it together, but as long as we're alive, we're still learning. So that means we don't have it together. And
Exactly.
I think we also need to leave a space for other people to not have it together.
Yes. I think that that's important. And that's all relationship building. I mean, that's
Right.
really The
I can walk away from somebody and still care for them.
yes.
But maybe I'm just not ready for that. And also, we're a frequency. We
Right.
are a frequency. I know every woman listening out here, whether you're 12 years old or 22 years old or 42 years old or 64 years old, you've walked into places and it hasn't felt good. That's the frequency I'm talking about. And we know that we have little spidey, like little
Yeah.
antennas. So when you feel that way, back a little bit, pull back a little bit. That's okay. You have control over your body.
Right. Right.
Don't The world has fooled us too with all sorts of stuff. And when you're born, you come in with generational curses, which we've all heard of those. We come in with what our mothers were going on while they were carrying us. And then we come on with our own karma.
Yeah.
God, no wonder we're not doing well.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
I mean, could you imagine all of that?
Yeah.
And then someone else comes into your space and it's all their stuff.
Right. Right. So
And,
how
and,
did
and
you get
go
to
ahead.
this intuitive space? Have you always had this?
I've always been this way. I have
Okay.
always been. I was raised in the church. I think I have my back is like upset from sleeping in pews. I was in all the choirs. I went to Bible college, and and I learned. I didn't leave my religion. I want everyone to know that I expanded it. To me, this is a universal thing. To me, I'm not religious anymore. I don't.
Mhm.
I am spiritual. Everything I say, I really study to make sure it includes everybody,
Yeah.
everybody, every single person. I don't
Mhm.
care what your religion is. I've
Yeah.
been to so many churches and different denominations, and what I proclaim or have studied, and I've been studying this my entire life, is that it's universal.
Mhm.
Not one person, not one church has all the answers. We all have different answers, but they're not all the answers. There's no right or wrong. There's just little things for us to click, and something may click for one person and may not click for another. You can't say they're wrong. I don't say,
Mhm.
well, you're wrong or you're going to hell. I don't,
Yeah.
well, if there's any hell, I think this is where we come back to redo what we did. I really think this is a planet of people coming to kind of fix their stuff. And
Oh.
and I think the only thing we regret when we pass away is the guilt and shame we have on ourselves that we can't forgive ourselves for.
Mm.
I think God is a forgiving God. I don't believe that God is a duality at all,
Okay.
but that's just me. I just,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. So what made you decide to write and create the Golden Revamp?
when I went to the Bachelor, I learned a lot of things about myself that needed work.
Okay.
Like one was I was really not over girls um picking on me when I was young. And I
Okay.
so I noticed when I was there after I left that I pulled back. It was like a knee jerk, and I would pull back, and I wasn't as friendly and outgoing, and I didn't risk it. Then I stayed home for 2 years and did work with people in Italy and everything. And I was like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do this. And then I went back and did Bachelor in Paradise.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that my producer there was into metaphysics. And
Okay.
hey, he just loved me. He said, "You go do you." And I
Mhm.
had the best time there.
Mhm.
And so I finished that project in my mind, leaving the way I had wanted to leave in the first show,
Okay.
standing in my power and
Yeah.
but isn't it funny
Yeah.
that I didn't call them, they called me. I
Yeah.
was given that door to walk
Mhm.
through with a new producer that was spiritual, everything lined up.
Yeah.
When things line up, I walk through.
Mhm.
And so I did it just for that reason, so that I would leave when I wanted. I
Yeah.
would talk about life. I would have fun. I would be myself for the first time
Yeah.
on TV. And so it was a blessing. But in between all that, I was just figuring it out. And with my significant other dying after 21 years being together, that was a complete cluster shock for me. And the circumstances were not good. In the long run, they weren't good financially.
Mm.
And in the short run, it was hard saying goodbye to him.
Yeah.
And I loved him.
Oh,
And so, and he was everything to me because he looked and acted and I'm going to regress. Why did you love him so much? People say he was a real putz. He was a real dago. He was a real, excuse my language, I'm a baby dago too. And he was machismo, and he cheated and he lied I
oh.
said, I know he's like Frankie Valli. And I had been in love with Frankie Valli since I was 7 years old. So when I met Ralph, the first thing I said is I had met him for coffee, didn't know his last name. I called my daughter, who was 16 at the time, and I go, there's a Frankie Valli in Youngstown. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him.
Oh
And
my,
so,
yeah.
so now I'm realizing that I really never got over Frankie Valli. So I've got to really work on that.
So wait a minute. Hold on. We can't just like drop that. We need to
Yeah.
go back. You were in a relationship with Frankie Valli.
For years and years and years, and no, we didn't know, our families didn't know each other. I'm from Ohio, a little chicken farm. No one was Italian but me. My mother, married an Italian
Mhm.
for a short time. And when I saw him, I was like, he's my dad. I knew he was my dad. So years later, just recently, when you're ready, the answer will come. Somebody said to me, do you know why you like Frankie Valli so much? And I was like, oh, people think I'm crazy because he didn't, he goes, first of all, you weren't meant to be together this lifetime. Second of all, in a past life, in Egyptian times somewhere, he was a big shot and he had a harem. You were a little poor girl. He took you in and made you his private person, and he raised you and he taught you,
Wha-
and I was like, oh, so in this lifetime he took my virginity, in that lifetime he took my virginity, and when we were together he actually acted like a father, other than the sex. Like, you need to go to college, you don't sleep around, you stay beautiful,
wha-
don't do this, don't, like, if I go off and do something, you stay here, you're not allowed in there. So and so unfortunately, I didn't know any of this at the time. I was young, I was foolish, I made a mistake. I wrote a book about him.
Oh,
Now he's mad at me, of course. I mean, because I told all of our secrets,
wow.
and it looked like he was, and some people will say that he was, and maybe he was grooming me as a
Wow.
lover.
Yeah.
But that's what he did in Egypt, or that's what he did in that
Wow.
lifetime. When you are stuck in the matrix, which that's a whole other story, it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating until you get it right. They said if you would have gotten him in this lifetime, he would have eaten you up, he would have broken you, would have never lasted. And so he really came. Also, Ralph came into my life at the end. He was such a bad person. By the time he came into my life, he was aging and he was toning down. You know what I mean? He wasn't that machismo kind of guy that him and Frankie were in their heyday. And so I got the best of him. And
Wow.
so people look at those. That's another thing, ladies. People may look at your relationships and go, "You were a fool. You were a jerk. Why did you put up with this?" I always follow my heart. The
Mhm.
last thing Ralph said to me when he died was, you're the only person that taught me what love is. I treated you badly and you stayed. You really loved me. I don't know what love is. And he goes, you're a good person. I don't know what love is. And and when he was in this home, he's going, Presh, I want Presh. I'm like, I come in, I go, what are you doing? Because that's my nickname, Presh.
Okay.
And Fresh, fresh. So I would come into the home because he had strokes, and they go, tell him Fresh is here, and I'm like, so I walk in there, what are you doing? And he, nothing. so
Oh,
so I realized then that he hid a lot of the affection he had for me.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was okay. That was a
Yeah.
learning thing for me. Like,
Right.
okay, he doesn't know how to express himself. He doesn't know how to love somebody. So I want you girls to realize, and this is all in the book, and there's 3 books, and the first one is, I mean, I really believe in this. I wouldn't do this, and I didn't make up like Janie from South Carolina said, I love, no, no, no. I don't do shit like that. First of all, I don't have time to put in lies. I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
lie. I'm a Sagittarian. I can't stand liars. And then, this is the divine blueprint. This is the first one. This will tell you where you have been, what is happening to you. It's in a larger size print. And it
Hallelujah. Okay.
and it comes with the dictionary in the front, so you don't have to look like, what is she talking about here? What
Yeah.
is that? And it comes with exercises, and it comes with even, and also I'm a therapist. And so I join mental health with spirituality. So it goes with everything.
Mhm.
So if you're seeing like the if you want to do the chakras, I talk about your diagnosis, I talk about your feelings, and then if the last book is, so then the second book is the healing, going down the dark hole. What do we do about that? How do we, and if you say phrases or something, they all have exercises. Everything comes, and also it's little, you can put it in your purse. And
Okay.
also, let me tell you, there's not one dark night of the soul. So I hope that this is one you keep with you, and put it somewhere and go, I need to go over that again. I need to go over that
Wonderful.
again. I need to go over that again. And so I wrote it for me, and I wrote it for my
Yeah.
children,
Yeah.
and I wrote it to explain to people why things are never what they see. This world is not what you see. In fact, it's almost inverted. It's
Wow. What do
almost
you mean by that?
inverted. Um, Things that look like they're okay have a downsize to them, that like example, television. They're telling us a vision. It's not the
Mhm.
reality of life. Like, like you and I were talking, I hate washing my hair, and I don't look like I look like on there, on social media, and
Mhm.
I have we have been provided a false persona,
Yeah.
what we should look like, what we should feel like, how we should act.
Mhm.
And sometimes I make people uncomfortable,
Mhm.
because that's another thing, ladies, when you get awakened, I call it
Yep.
the awakening.
Yeah.
If you say things to certain people and they cringe, it's not because they don't like you, it's because they're not ready to be that open.
Right. Right. Yeah. I love
You're making them uncomfortable because you're saying a truth
that. Mhm.
that they're not, you know, it's too much for them. It's too
Yeah.
much for me. I had somebody said I was going to join their women's group, and they said, you're too spiritual for us. And I thought, I've been called many things.
Yes. Not too.
Many things. I've never been called too spiritual. I
Yes.
thought I thought my angel was like, if this is the best we got, we're in deep shit.
That is funny. That is
My angel must be an alcoholic by now. Like, if they're leaning on her, we got bigger problems
that
with the
is
world than little April with her little book going,
yes.
listen, I love you.
That
You love yourself.
that
So
is crazy. Yeah. No, but I do get, because I see it all the time. When I was awakened, when I became more authentically me, when I shed
mhm.
the versions, and I think us as women, especially, we, like you had said, we grow up, we come with baggage. We come with, from our family, from our background, from our childhood, from being bullied, from all of this stuff that goes on. And I think we have been conditioned. I remember me growing up with a whole kid should be seen and not heard. We've been conditioned to play it small, to be
Right.
kind, to like step back, let the men talk. Like we are going to be more passive and nurturing. And when I finally said, like, yeah, I can be all those things. However, I am who the fuck I am.
Right,
Watch
right.
me. Like,
I'm not saying don't be beautiful. I'm not
yeah,
saying don't
yeah,
I'm not saying don't love your husband and be
yeah.
good, but also love yourself.
Yeah, love yourself enough that you allow yourself to be who you are, and appreciate the fact that not everyone's going to, like you had said, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's okay. I like coffee anyway, but people are going to either like me or they're not. But when I was trying to be the version of who I thought they wanted me to be. I
I'm
wasn't.
miserable.
Yes, I wasn't really doing
Like
it.
that lady asked me to come to some events and they said we'd like to watch you more, and I'm like, No, I'm not
Wow.
going to come to those events so you can watch me more and see if I fit in. I don't fit in, that's okay. I just don't,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to
yeah,
put myself in a space where
yeah.
I'm under surveillance
Right.
to see if I don't say the right word. I mean,
Yeah.
God forbid I say 3D or 5D dimensions and people go, she's, that's just not, that wasn't my venue, and that's okay. Did it hurt for a while? Absolutely. Did
Mhm,
it upset
mhm,
me?
mhm.
Absolutely. Did I feel rejected? Yes. And then it tapped into all those other rejections
Yeah,
that
yeah,
came through. And then I have to
yeah,
stop and then I have to go back and do some exercises. And then after a while, oh, and I will tell you this, the more you do that, the
yeah,
more you stop and you're conscious of your consciousness.
yeah.
Like, oh, that hurt my feelings more than it should.
Mhm.
The more you do it, the quicker the time of recovery. You know
Great.
how when you're in
Yeah,
high school and you get mad at a girl and you're mad at her for 3 months,
yeah, yep,
or over the summer you don't
yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Now for me, it's about 3 days that I'm upset,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
hopefully my goal is, I can let it go very quickly and
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. But it's a process. This is work. I mean,
right,
this is a
right.
commitment to your consciousness. Your mind is ruling you. My mind rules me. Oh, I'm triggered.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
triggered. I'm like, someone else tells me they're triggered one more time.
Can
I'm
we just
like,
can we just eliminate that word from the
I
vocabulary?
hate that word.
I
And
me too.
what it is your soul is really telling you when you are triggered that that there's more work to do. That's
Mhm,
all it is. It's not a big deal. You haven't done anything. You haven't,
mhm.
it's not that person. Obviously, that person was probably brought into your life to evoke that feeling.
Right.
And so that you do
Mhm.
the work, like, oh, Miss April, I don't know, still
Yep.
not healed there. You got
Yeah,
more work to do. Dig, dig, dig. And
yeah,
also it frees you because what comes in must come out. And that, they even say that some people say that even cancer is what's eating you.
right, right, right.
I don't agree with that 100%. I
Okay.
don't agree with anything 100%. Also, don't believe me. Believe yourself. It also, I've read books and I'm sure you've watched TV shows that you watch it, you didn't understand it, or you read it and you didn't understand, you put it back. And then in 2 years, you pick it up and you go, that was so easy to understand. Why didn't I understand it? We're growing. Give yourself
Yeah.
space to grow, girls.
Yes, yes. Oh,
We
for
take
sure,
things,
for sure.
we take things, including myself, so seriously.
So seriously. But the whole thing with triggered, and you're right, that's giving power to the other person. And
Yeah.
that's something that, we want to teach the younger generation, like you have the power. It's how we react to somebody else. We're going to let somebody else aggravate us. What is that going to do for that's going giving them the power? Let's
I would love to work with young girls and teenagers. I was
yeah,
a teacher for years, a guidance counselor.
yeah.
I also think I interpret soul contracts, and I just do short ones even for your life purpose. When I found out my life's purpose, all the kooky things that I thought, said, done came together, and I went, that's right. That's my sole purpose. I'm not going to be ashamed of that anymore. That's what God wants me to do. This is what this is about.
Right.
I think everyone should know their sole purpose. That we're all wandering around, little
Yeah.
children and little bubbles. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess I'll just go to Dunkin' Donuts and get my coffee. Hmm.
I
Did
know.
I forget to turn off the light? Okay.
Yeah.
And they're not alive.
Yeah. No,
I'd
no.
rather live a little bit alive than a lot
Yes.
robotical.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So with this with the books that you have, where can people purchase them? Where can they grab them?
They're on Amazon and they're at Walmart and anywhere else. They are. It's called the Golden Revamp Trilogy. They come in three. You don't have to buy three. You buy one at a time. That's what I suggest. And if you already know who you are, then go to the next one, the healing part. And if
Yeah,
you've done the healing part, go to the next one. It's called Your Conscious Body.
yeah,
How to step into it, and we work on your frequencies and all of that, and the charts and everything. It's and also it is not for a psychiatric specialist. I wrote this for the normal woman who's not going to go, what was that word? What does
yeah,
that mean?
yeah,
I No, this is for us.
yeah,
This is real stuff for you and me, and there's not a lot of time in there that has garbage that you go, I don't want it. I don't care what all these women think. I
yeah.
really don't. When I go read a book, I want to get right to the meat.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I don't want to dance around this to add
Hmm.
pages.
Yeah.
So this is for you. I also do coaching and I do counseling and I do a mini soul contract. You can go to my website,
What is the
thegoldenrevamp.net.
mini soul contract? Because you
Soul
said that.
contracts are from originally Jewish charts, that we take your birth name and then we convert it into Judaic letters, and then we convert it into numerology. I took a class in this in England, and then we put it around the Star of David, and then we add those out. So like the first box is your early childhood. Basically, that's where we set, basically for all of us, that's where the lessons really begin and where the heartache, oh my heart, I can feel my heart right now doing it. And then we go around, and in the center is your life's purpose. If you want to just try it out, I'd try out just with the life's purpose, especially for Goldens who have been through a lot. But it talks about your strengths, your weaknesses,
Yeah,
and even like the astrological charts, which I don't do. By our age, we should be working out that stuff,
yeah.
but if we're not, then
Hmm.
get a chart done. By
Right.
all means, you follow your heart.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not, I am just a normal person that did The Bachelor and was too afraid to talk. So, hey, don't follow me. So I was just like,
I do love the whole numerology, the life's
yeah.
path, the life's purpose. I know my numerology 5. Like I'm a Capricorn. I'm a cusp.
Oh,
So
I saw it.
yeah,
Yeah, I love those.
I'm the 22nd of December. So when you said you're
Okay.
Sagittarius,
So we have an overlay, and
yeah,
it's nice also to have fun. You can also do your children's if they're getting
mhm,
ready to go to college. What's their purpose? And that will give you insight. You can do your boyfriends. You go
yeah.
like, what the hell is he supposed to be doing? He doesn't know. I think I better like dive in here and help the little guy. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
get off the PlayStation, man. It's just not
that's
happening.
funny. Oh my gosh. No, yeah. No, that would
But I love everybody. I love life. I love everybody in the Golden Bachelor. I learned so much, and
yeah,
also it really gave me a boost to recover from Ralph and get me out of the house. It
right.
was like people say, well, you lost. No, no, no. I won. I
Yeah,
remembered who I was.
yeah,
I remembered I was a girl. I wasn't just a caretaker. And I remembered I had work to do. And I also remembered what my purpose is. I love life. I love to do these things.
mhm.
So I went back and got a job and I loved it,
Well,
and then
it was a great difference to see you from the Golden Bachelor to Bachelor in Paradise.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I watched both and I was like, wait a minute, who is this version of April? Like you became your more authentic person. And like I think
I was
right,
real. That's the real me.
that's
If
the
you
real
want to know
you.
who I am, go to Paradise. I
Yeah.
even smelled that kid's underwear. I don't know why I did that. You know why? Because in my counseling mind, I think I wanted to show that people fall in love by scent.
Ah,
That's another thing. That's why dating doesn't work for me. I can't hear your voice. Women are auditory, men are visual. Men can get off on that. I
right.
can't. I'm like, I need to hear that Frankie Valley
Yeah,
voice,
right.
that little Italian voice that says,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, come here, come
Yeah.
here."
Oh,
Someone
that's
says, "Come here." I'm like, Oh,
Um,
okay. Nobody says that. I'm like, where are the Italians? Where
yeah,
are the little arrogant Italians that give me a run for my money that I like to have fun with?
that is so funny.
I don't
That
know
is
where they are. Maybe they're all in heaven now. Maybe that breed is gone. I don't know. I have no idea. But I love women. I love talking. I would
yeah.
love to do some group work, workshop work, but the book just came out a little bit ago, so we are in the
Mm,
process of doing that, and um, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful
yeah.
that
Well, and that's the thing is, we're invited into spaces when it's the right time. So you were invited into, you went on Golden Bachelor because it was the right time. And that
right.
time was that healing. This is who April is becoming in that season.
Right.
So
I was like, where am I? I never watched the show. I'm like, what do
yeah,
we do? Tell Gary we love him. I'm like, I don't tell Jesus I love him that many times a day. What? I don't even know this man, and he doesn't even like me. I'm not going to chase him around. Are you kidding
yeah, that's so
me?
funny.
What's the
Yeah.
worst thing that ever happened to you? Seeing your boyfriend dead. That
Yeah,
is that's a problem. Okay, girls,
that would
not
be,
having your shoes fitting. Come
yes,
on. I
yes,
mean, so the Goldens had a lot more though, and I think some of the young people that like were taking care of us, I don't think they knew what to do with us because some of them would just go, no, not doing that. That's it. And the young girls are like, yeah,
I'll
no.
do anything. Yeah. Oh,
So,
isn't that
so,
funny? Yeah.
so they got, I think the whole staff got a real enlightenment of, what's a woman that's going to say no, because she's been through so much. And I want to say a shout out to everybody. I love you. If I haven't talked to you, it's not purposeful. It's that I'm working on myself and trying to find my place in the universe. And my place is at this moment serving. And I also think that's why a man hasn't come.
Yes. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I mean,
You have to, it's not the right time for you.
no, I don't think it
Mhm,
was the right time. And
mhm.
if I would be focused on him, I wouldn't,
Right,
I wouldn't be
right.
doing any of these kind of things to meeting the right people, the
Yeah.
right places. So, when my mother was dying, she said to me, because I was like 50, she said, I just before I die, I want to tell you somebody told me, a psychic told me that you weren't going to accomplish what you were supposed to do till later in life. So keep going. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to be so old. I don't want
Right.
it. Right. Because I was always a pageant girl and doing stuff. And I was like, I felt like this is never going to happen for me. Nothing. I'll never be on a podcast. I don't think
Right.
we had podcasts back
No,
then,
we
but
did no.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to embrace. I do this for my mother. My family were very poor. They gave me everything. So if you
Oh,
see me wear red nails, it's not to show off. It's because my mother's favorite color is red. If you see me with a bow in my hair, it's because my son loves my bow in my hair. That's why you can't judge people
no,
because you
right.
don't know what their motivation is,
Right. Yeah.
So
And
I
I
love my
I love that there's so many of us that are doing things later in life that are
yeah.
really like, I just think all of our life lessons, we kind of lose the sense of being scared about doing something because we're
Right.
less about what somebody else is going to think. If we know we're our authentic self, like we feel it. Yes, exactly. We're like, fuck you. You don't like it tough. I'm living that
Well,
life.
and also I think we're doing that with men too. We meet men and we see
Yeah.
right away it's not going to work. I don't have time. I don't
Right.
have time.
Yeah.
And that I was on a show yesterday. It's not aired yet, but it was down in West Palm, and it was a dating site. And I think she got mad at me. And she said after, she goes, none of the men have emotional intelligence. They're 13. You can't expect that. And then I mentioned Ralph's story a couple times, and
Yeah.
they said, can't mention Ralph because the men get upset. And I'm thinking to myself, and I agree, but so where does that leave me? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really know. I'm growing. I would kind of like someone to grow with me, unless he was Frankie Valley, then he doesn't have to grow. he, he can just be belligerent. But that's what happened with Frankie and Ralph. I got so I got so mentally healthy that when they yelled, I just laughed under my breath. Like it didn't bother me anymore because I could see,
Yeah.
and so I just see people, and the more you see people, the more you see people. Be
Right.
careful, women, when
Yep.
you awake.
Yep.
You will lose people, you will get other people, you will lose things, you will get other people.
Mhm.
And that's part of the process, but there's people like us who want you.
Yep. Yep.
So reach out to us.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram. Reach out if you need something. If you need to talk, reach out.
Yeah.
I, I, one person said to me, "You do so much free counseling," and I'm like, "No, I don't make any money." I go,
Well, okay, that is funny because when I talk to clients, we talk a lot about like do what you're passionate about. If you can talk about a subject, even if
I,
nobody was paying you, right?
I do it for
We
free.
do it for free. But April,
I do.
I think you and I are in the same boat. I think we said it so many times, we fucking manifested that. And I'm like, now I'm telling the universe, I'm like, I was kidding. I want
I
to
was
be paid
kidding.
for it.
When I say I do it for free, I'm like, now Ralph's not here and I need some money. I did it for free when I was a rich girlfriend. I'm not a rich girlfriend. I'm rich in a poor body now. Please. Oh, I need some money. I need some money. I invested so much in these books. It's like,
Yeah.
I dare not tell my children. I mean, I dare not.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
but anyhow,
But that's
I
the thing.
just,
We invest in ourselves and we're like, we know that we have a purpose and we know that we are on that path. And we know
right.
it's not on our timing. We're just we know it's gonna come. It's
Somebody said I was a psychic in a past life and I did tarot for a living. And then they said, you didn't get those gifts this time. I'm like,
oh,
you
thanks.
know,
Yeah.
if I could
Well,
see you ahead,
I
that would be,
know. Well, I
but
said to
anyway.
you before we pressed start to interview the manifesting that I'm doing now because of the Google search that I did. So
I
I
know. Did you tell everybody?
no, so I Googled myself. So for those that have businesses, I was curious. So I'm building my viewers know I'm building the Badass Queen brand, and I have trademarks and all the stuff that I'm working on. So I went on Google and I asked Google to how much. It didn't know it was me, so different than ChatGPT because ChatGPT knows me, and I don't want it to give me a bunch of bullshit. So
Right. And
I
it's made to please you.
exactly
So
yes,
I've had clients that go on there and they say, leave your boyfriend, we'll get you a plan. I'm like, what are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Don't go on there for mental health.
No, no, no,
Please
no, no,
do
no,
not do that.
no, no. And so that's why I avoided GPT, but I went on Google and I asked for it to how much is Badass Queen brand valued at? How much is it worth? And it valued me at $10 million. So I went,
I can't.
I don't have $10 million, people. I'm promise you right now, but I
Oh, I
am
don't have 10 million either.
yes,
Just saying.
yet.
Okay.
But I always say yet. And so
Yes, yes.
yep, I am reading that every single day. So you and I talked about like reading this and manifesting. And I have my miracle morning. I am obsessed with my miracle morning. You were talking about you have a miracle morning. Can you share? What do you do? What do you suggest?
In the morning, first of all, before I go to bed, I cleanse myself. I say a prayer protecting me from any false frequencies, anything there. What I'm learning is more stuff happens when we're sleeping than we can ever imagine. So I do a cleansing, I do a prayer. Um, I talk to my dogs and we have to say 5 things that we're grateful for, and then I do a wish list, and I do 5 circles. I put a line through it with a money asterisk, and then I say 5 things I want to hear. I write them down like, whoa, mom, you did it, or oh, my bank account has more money, or I, I'm getting another offer, or I
Yeah.
have a wonderful purpose in life and I'm living it. So what you're supposed to do is read it 3 times, then
Okay.
say it loud 5 times each, real quick, like, oh mom, what a wonderful job. Oh mom, or go down the list.
Yeah.
And then when I get up in the morning, it's starting to manifest. I mean,
Wow.
I'm like, and
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, it is. So, like, I might say every night, wow, it's working. I write
Yeah.
that down. I change them every night because as the progression, after something happens, I want to make it fresh. Man, I have more money than I thought.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So wait a minute, you write this down at night or you do it in the
Yes,
morning?
at night. And then the prayers I do are in a folder, and I pray hold on, wait a second. Don't leave. Don't
Yeah.
freaking leave. Okay, don't leave me. I'm trying to.
Yeah. No, this is great.
Did I lose weight? Okay, so every night before I go to bed, I say, under the law of the eternal source, so it's no religion, I now seal my body, my mind, my soul, and my dream field from all that is not of pure source intention. No entities, energies, or signals may enter without my conscious consent. And then I say, just to make sure, I do not consent to frequency manipulation or synthetic frequencies. I have authority over my body, my mind, my soul. What the
Wow.
world has taught us, and that's what I was trying to avoid a little bit. What the world has taught us is that we have no control. We have to go to someone and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
We have to give money to a certain place or we're not going to be good, or we have to please our parents or we're going to hell, whatever that
Mhm.
means.
Mhm.
And a lot of these kids coming in today are different. They have different DNA. I mean, they know more than us. So
Yeah.
I don't even understand what that means. But I believe that there's more unseen going on than seen, and I want to protect myself. And I think it's a nice way. Every morning I do my angel cards, and my God, they come out all the time. Like today, it was your children are guarded. It's my daughter's birthday,
Oh,
and so the card came out about my children. Now,
yeah.
usually when this happens, something wrong goes, and I'm like, oh my God, like, they get a flat tire, or they call me, I had the worst day. So every time I get that card, I'm like, oh, here we go. And then I do another prayer out loud that is a little bit of chanting, and so it gets really easy too. I don't
Oh,
spend
yeah.
that's another thing. You don't have to do all these steps and do all
Right.
this stuff. Just do it quickly. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have time. You ladies don't have time. We've got
Right.
stuff to do.
Right.
Even if it's some mornings I don't feel like it, I will do it. And then after this, I made a commitment to myself. Every night I do affirmations like, I am in perfect health. I look like 50. I am living my highest timeline. I am open to new experiences, and I write them every night, and I'm going to do that for a year, and let that just sink in. We have control over what we think. The
Yeah.
mind has no time. So if I want to go back to a sad time and I think of it, I'm actually back there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Also, emotions only last 90 seconds. If
Wow.
you can time it for 90, say I'm feeling anxious, time it for 90 seconds, let it see its way through, say thank you, and then come up with three things that make you feel good: your dog, your new car, whatever, you're going to the beach tomorrow, or three memories.
Mhm.
You have control. That's what this is about. Take freaking control. It's
Oh, yeah.
cosmic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when it becomes cosmic, it manifests into reality.
Wow. No,
It's
that is beautiful.
it's a
That is,
cosmic change.
yeah.
I've been doing this my whole life because I was raised in the church. So for me, thinking about the Holy Spirit came
Yeah.
easy for me.
Yeah.
Other things didn't come easy for me,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
how to be a good wife.
Yeah.
I've never seen a good marriage,
Me
so I
me
wouldn't
either.
know.
Yep. So I didn't have a good marriage.
Yeah, and I
Right.
didn't either. So
Mhm.
I didn't
Mhm.
I didn't know how to be a good wife. I didn't
Right.
have that. Everybody has gifts.
Yeah.
So and everybody has different things. Take what you know, use it, don't throw it away, and then build upon it. That's another thing. I don't want you to change. I
Yeah.
want you to remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please remember. Please
I
remember.
can't
That's
wait to
all.
get the book. Part of
Take
my
care.
miracle morning, I love, and I'm going to start using that with the 5 circles and write that in. One
All
thing
right.
that I added to my miracle morning, and again, my miracle morning doesn't take me a whole hell of a lot.
It's like brushing your teeth
Yeah,
after a
I
while.
mean,
You
it's
know,
stupid.
and you don't have to get all spiritual and
No,
cry.
no, 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 no.
I
So
mean, we don't. That's a lot of that is. Um, I don't know. We grew up learning that come to the
Yeah.
altar and cry, or
Yeah.
go and say your
Yeah.
sins to somebody, or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't need to be that. I've noticed that some of the great teachers, they whip those prayers out and then they're on to the next thing. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Does it make them less effective? No.
No, no. But one thing I do, what I did is I wrote down exactly how I picked up my phone. First, I wrote down exactly how I want my life to look and
Right.
feel a year from now. Everything,
Oh,
how
that
I
I'll do that.
client,
Yeah.
how I work, how often I work, where I travel, how I spend my time, everything. And then I took my voice memo and I recorded myself as if
That's a
I
good idea.
already achieved it.
Yeah, you have to do it like you achieve it, because if you're doing it like, I want to write a book, that means the universe will say, oh, she wants that. But
Right.
if I say I'm writing a book and it's going to be great.
Yeah. I wrote a book. I
I
did
wrote
this.
a book,
I was
right?
thi Yep.
I
So
say
I
it.
did
I
everything that I
I always
wanted.
say I weigh 102. I always weigh 102. I
Beautiful.
eat, I just weigh
Yep.
102. I mean, I just go, I weigh 102. That's it. I don't
I
do
love
that.
it. I
It's
don't
just
subscribe to
weird.
Yeah. But that voice memo, I listen to that every
I'm
single
gonna do
morning.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Okay, so girls, let's add the voice memo.
Add the voice memo because you
We
know
we
what?
need each
We
other. We need each other.
Yes. Well, and when we all wake up, there are always moments or, sometimes it happens where we wake up and we don't feel our best selves and we might not
Right.
feel that in our badass and because of life and ish or whatever. And forcing myself to listen to how my future self is living and
Right.
enjoying life and experience that that gives me such power to go like, wow, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
That's
So
like your inner adult child talking to your future self. It's like inner child work as you talk to your younger self and go, it's going to be okay. Well,
yeah,
you're doing the same thing, but
right.
right now as an adult.
Mhm.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So yeah,
Yeah.
I love doing that. I love sharing it because it's been such a gift for me. And like you said, with when you start seeing things happening, coming to fruition, it's because you've already put it out there. And then you can't just put it out there without doing the work. So that's the other thing. Like
No,
if you're gonna put
you
something
have
out
to
there,
do it.
manifest, you have to actually do the work in order to get it. You're not gonna just,
Like, do I really just want to be, say, Ralph left me a lot of money. Do I really
yeah,
just want to be someone who shops? And that's
right.
and I'm an immaculate dress person. Is that what I want? And am I just that girl?
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah.
always ask my question that, like when I want to say something snippy or something, I'm not that, and I'll think, I'm not that girl.
Right.
I'm full of love. I don't want, and that helps me a lot. I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
And I will not be that girl. And
Yeah.
I've got very comfortable not
Good.
being that girl.
Yeah.
But if someone asks me for the truth, I will tell them. I'll say, "Are
Yeah.
you ready for my truth to you? You're asking." I don't give advice unless someone asks me.
Yeah.
Like on the in the world locally, because
Mhm.
most people don't really want to know.
But
Most people go to counselors to get told that what they think is right.
that's why they use GPT so much.
Oh,
Right?
we're
I
in
mean,
so
don't get me
much
wrong.
trouble.
I mean, I love AI. I use it a lot. However, it's, use it strategically in the right way. Don't let it
Don't use it for advice. Don't
Yeah,
use it to be your friend. It
yeah,
doesn't have a soul. It's
right.
made to program to kiss your butt, and
Mhm.
that is not going to help you grow.
Right, right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
No.
mean, and we want us to grow so that when we do get that ticket to paradise,
Mhm.
hopefully we don't go back into the matrix. We go
I love that. Mm,
straight up into the original source, and they say you don't have to go back there anymore.
yeah,
If
yeah.
not, we're going to have to keep going back. And how many times can I be with Ralph and Frankie?
Exactly. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Big girls, don't we
Oh my gosh.
cry?
Yes.
Yes,
I
we cry.
I can't believe that you were with him. I
I
remember
love him.
I
I love
remember,
him.
like, listening to that growing up. That was in the house that my family would play Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons and, just love.
I was codependent. I'm probably still am a little bit. So narcissists love codependence.
Oh my god, that's so
Because I'm
funny.
going to, and I'm a therapist. So I'll heal you.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yeah, exactly. And I have to just touch I know we're running out of time, but
That's
I'm
a
just so intrigued. You had mentioned that you were a pageant girl.
Oh, yeah. My mother was mentally sick. She was diagnosed bipolar, but I think she was really a sociopath. And like little,
Mm.
oh, I wanted to tell you about little children too.
Yeah.
Remember, they do not have the cognitive skills. So when something goes wrong in your family, they blame themselves. So I was thinking, if I'm better, if I'm better, if I'm good enough, if I'm good enough, mommy will be better. If I'm good enough, maybe daddy will come back. My parents got divorced, one of the first divorces in our whole community. And so I grew up, uh, they trained me to be a beautiful little horse in a stallion. If you can imagine me,
Hmm.
I got everything. We were poor. I was treated like a princess, but I was never allowed to run my race because they needed me to reflect how good they were.
Wow.
So there was, so then I go on and I pick other people that I can't please.
Hmm.
Frankie Valley, Ralph, other people. And I'm still working and working to be good enough. And then you get angry because you can't do it. You can't ever please a narcissist. You can't ever please a sociopath. And so you get to the point where you're exhausted and you go, and that's the point where healing comes in. When people say I'm in a crisis, I'm like, that's good. That's good. That's the time you can open the door to healing.
Wow. Yeah.
Bless the crisis. And so when Ralph died, I had to really, I spent like meant 2 or 3 years just figuring out not just about his death. Why was I with him? Why did he do this? And all this stuff I'm sharing now are things that I learned in that process.
Hmm.
But as long as I was with him, I'm still playing the role.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yep.
And so I think we need to be easier on ourselves. We need to take time out, and we need to understand that there are no mistakes in the universe. And if you're open, now opposite can happen. If you're shut down and you're too damaged and you don't want to do it, that's okay too.
Hmm. Hmm.
You will have another lifetime to do it.
Do it.
This is not ending.
Yeah.
This is not, this is your story, but there were many stories before, and there will be many stories again.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so that's okay too. Don't, just say, like, I have an aunt that's like, I don't want to hear about your shit. I don't want to read your book. I'm okay. I'm going to my church and I'm going to do this. And Jesus said this and this is it. And I'm like, Okay. They think I'm like lost my mind, and very devout. And is she happy? But that's not for me to judge.
Yeah.
So, but I just did. I'm sorry. I'm not Catholic, but I'm going to do that. I don't even know what the hand is. I don't even know.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
but I just let her be, and I love her for who she is,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
adore her, and she raised me, and so I love people at the place that they're at,
Yeah.
but I don't have to agree with them, and I
Absolutely.
didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't get her a book, and I'm not going to jam it
Yeah.
down her throat.
Yeah. But
I love you.
who got you into the pageant world?
My mother, oh, because
That's okay. That's what you
she
did.
was so miserable, and then she died from cirrhosis of the liver from taking so many pills.
Oh, wow.
Very young, and it was, I've been alone for a long time without a mom, and my dad was an absentee dad. I think he was afraid, but I got all my social graces from my dad, but I got all the work put on me from my mother. So
Wow.
they worked. Remember, you choose your parents too.
Mm.
And
Wow.
also part of your DNA is their karma. It all trickles down. Also, your right eye is your dad's eye, your left eye is your mom's eye.
Really?
So see why we're never symmetrical?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Oh, wow. That I
I'm
didn't
just a
know.
book of I'm senseless
I
knowledge that I give for
No, it's
free.
not useless. No, I'm like, I could talk to you forever. No, I love this. I love this. So who do you coach, and like, do you have
I
an
coach anybody. I will coach anybody, and I've coached a lot of young teenagers that their mother was, and I tell them I will never ask them anything that I wouldn't say, and if you don't want to do it, it's a safe place. And the first thing I say is, "You've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
This is a safe place. You've
Mhm.
done nothing wrong." I've heard it all.
Right.
And I really have. And so I love everybody, and I just want you to be okay with yourself. I really just want you to be okay with yourself and you're never going to, and this is one thing I've learned, you're never really going to excel until you're authentic and
Mhm.
truthful. Like, instead of saying, I'll just go there, and it's okay, and I don't really get a lot out of it. But when you say, I'm not getting anything out of this, I'm not going anymore, I don't care, I don't care what the,
Mhm.
get truthful, and that opens the door to unlocking more, because until you're truthful, nothing can come in. It's like you put a lid on yourself, and you
Right.
don't let anything filter in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got to live your truth. I'm a little eccentric, I'm a little crazy, I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
And that's okay.
Yep.
And I also get scared, and I'll back up from people too, and that's okay. I haven't learned the skill of being able to put up with a lot of BS without it affecting me. Like, I just, I can't do this right now. I don't say that.
Yeah.
I'll just at the end of the night go, this isn't going to be a good fit for me.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
I
We
do it
both
very
agree.
politely. I mean,
Yeah.
I might,
Yeah.
and also I'm the kind of person that if you ever take me out, I could say, I could drop an F bomb, and then in 3 minutes see someone who has cancer and ask if I could pray with them. I mean, like, my width is.
I'm so like, yes, that's why like, I swear all the time, but then I'm like,
I know.
God, please, and I pray every day. Like, I
I could
am.
be at a bar and I see someone crying, and I'll walk over it.
I want to hug them. Are you okay? Yes. So I am an onion. Like, it is
Yeah, me
so
too. And
amazing.
that's okay. And if they say
Okay.
no, that's okay. I'll just pray for you.
Yeah.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
just want to send you love. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And then they usually,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You know what?
anyhow.
You have a beautiful soul. I so appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. I can't wait to get the books. Where
And I
can
love you.
people?
I love you with all my heart. And I hope
Me
we'll be
too.
working together soon, because I
Absolutely.
really do need help.
Oh,
After being sequestered in a house for 21 years with a narcissist that for years I thought I was going to heal him. Well, that didn't work. And then at the end, on his deathbed, I guess I did do some healing. So I guess that did work. But
okay.
I need help. I do need help with
I
professionally, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Well,
I'll
that's the
take you
thing.
shopping. I can go shopping.
I did reinvent myself post divorce, so that's when I
Yeah.
started my entrepreneurial
And I,
journey.
I
So
need that then. I need that.
yeah.
I want to, let me just finish with, I love you. I praise you. I
Mhm.
appreciate you. You are God's child. Great things happen to you. Nothing can stop it. And so it is. Amen. I wish everybody out there listening, and you especially, Renee, I love you with all my heart. And I know great things are happening for you, and I support that.
You and I both. Fantastic. Thank you for coming on. Everyone, go connect with April, grab her books. Let's do healing. And please send us DMs. Let us know what you think. Share this episode with your favorite girls as well. So thank you all.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Wrap for today, Queen, but don't just walk away inspired, walk away activated. If this episode lit a fire under your fabulous ass, hit that follow button, leave a review, and share it with your fiercest ride or die. Your support helps this podcast reach even more women who are ready to reclaim their power. And hey, if you're ready to look, feel, and earn like $1 million freaking bucks, I've got an entire badass empire waiting for you. From confidence boosting merch to brand strategy, coaching, collagen, content, and everything in between, head on over to reneecarbonefleming.com or tap the link in the show notes. Pick your flavor of badass and let's turn midlife into your power era. Stay bold, stay unapologetic, and wear the damn crown.